I'd like to share a couple things I've learned since we wrote the book, Crucial Conversations. If you do everything we tell you to do in this book exactly the way we tell you to do it, and the other person doesn't want a dialogue, you won't. These skills are not techniques for controlling others. They're not tools for manipulating behavior or eliminating others' agency. These skills have limits and do not guarantee that other people will behave in exactly the way you desire. Bummer. Consider another lesson. We're tempted to think of a crucial conversation as my one chance to solve this problem, or as the one conversation needed to save a relationship, or as the one opportunity to make everything right. What if instead we see the single crucial conversation as the beginning of a dialogue, the first of many toward making a negative relationship positive, the first of many necessary to right a wrong? What if we seek not to have just a conversation based on mutual purpose and mutual respect, but rather a rich relationship based on these conditions? To see these principles and skills as ways of building relationships, teams, and families. The wisest use of these skills is to develop habits, lives, and loves, not to use them just occasionally in single interactions. Years ago, I had serious concerns about one of my teenage daughters. She'd always been a straight-A student, but then her grades tanked. She started bringing home C's and D's. Her grooming degraded. After school, instead of hanging out with her friends, she stayed in her room alone. I knew something was very wrong. My repeated efforts, using my very best skills to get her to talk, were rebuffed with icy silence or sullen one-word replies. When she did initiate a conversation, it was only to complain or make a sarcastic comment. It would be easy to see these crucial conversations with my daughter as failures. Not a single one created a dialogue with her or solved a problem. And yet, consistently applied principles can have a strong influence over time. Every heartfelt attempt on my part to talk with her made it safer for her. Each time I replied to her sarcastic remarks with respect, safety was nurtured. Every time I stopped probing before she felt overwhelmed, I showed respect for her privacy. When I shared my good intentions and offered to be of help, her negative stories softened. Then came the memorable moment. After several weeks of patient effort, when she felt safe enough, she approached me, shared her problem, and asked for my help. Our conversation created understanding and options and gave her the resolve to pursue them. If you use these skills exactly the way we tell you to, and the other person doesn't want a dialogue, you won't dialogue. However, if you persist over time, refusing to take offense, making your motives genuine, showing respect, and constantly searching for mutual purpose, then the other person almost always will join you in dialogue.